Hello, Coachella Valley. Hello, Claudia.
Hey, hello, Conrad, and hello, Palm Springs Point of View viewers.
That's right.
Here we are,
Claudia,
got through another week, and boy, it was a busy one, right?
it was a busy one. Let's go ahead and tell our folks what we're going to be talking about
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
We're going to be featuring a terrific interview that you did with a local artist named Nancy Worthington, who has a little bit of a special guest who's going to be walking you through the museum. I can't wait to hear more about that.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
going to be talking now, as we all know, this is a award season for movies and TVs, series, and such. And we all know I do a movie review on Wednesdays on Facebook called Conrad's Corner. But there's so many movies out. I just thought this movie might be interesting for our viewers to know about. So I'll talk about that in a few moments. You also got to go to the opening of the Ace Hotel new chef experience. I want to look forward to hearing about that. And, we've both just been busy doing things,
Oh
right?
yeah. I mean, and basically, Palm Springs was, I kind of scarily say packed this weekend, but there were a lot of events going on amidst the high windstorms. So it was a little bit crazy.
I'm sure, Claudia, I'm sure many an umbrella took a flight this past
Oh,
week.
it did. One almost missed my head, but hit others over at Chicken Ranch. I just felt so bad for Mike. I mean, it was crazy.
Is that right?
Yeah. So, well, why don't you start with some of the things that you were just talking about that you were doing?
Sure enough. So I'll go and start with a quick movie review. So this is awards season. It's all getting ready to happen very soon.
We got the Golden Globes. What this upcoming Sunday, right?
It's coming soon. Then we'll be followed by the SAG Awards, then we'll be followed by the Academy Awards, and of course, all the independent films. They'll be having
Are
awards.
they going to be all virtual? I'm imagining, right?
I believe everything is going to go virtual. Yeah. So It should be interesting. But needless to say, there are many, many movies to be watching and TV series to be watching. And I just want to pick out a movie that is called, I'm sure I get it right, The Life Ahead. This film stars the terrific Sophia Loren. We all remember her from The Day.
How can anyone forget Sophia Loren?
Exactly. This is actually the first movie that she's done since 2010. It's actually directed by her son, whose name is Eduardo Ponte. And this is a movie that they did together. It's an Italian movie subtitled in English. She plays a former streetwalker who is no longer doing that anymore. But
how old is she? 90?
No. Yeah, but she's matured out of that. And she is now, what she's done, her job is to take care of the kids of the streetwalkers. And she has two children that are living with her, and she now gets a third one who she doesn't want to take because just moments before she meets him, he stole a bunch of stuff from her.
Oh,
but yeah.
Are you reviewing this on Conrad's Corner?
No, I'm not going to review it on Conrad's Corner. I'm just going to review it here.
Oh, okay. This is the review. Okay.
This is the review, exactly. And the little kid's name is Abram. I guess it is Gia. I may be saying that incorrectly. This is his first movie, going to be opposite Sophia Loren. He is very much a troublemaker. And I don't want to give too much away, but she has a health issue. He turns his life around, and together they are what this film is about. And touching, heartfelt, and it's just terrific to see Sophia Loren on the big screen again. And it's playing on Netflix. So if you have Netflix, make sure you go over and take a look at that one. You will love it.
Oh, great. Oh, that sounds really enticing. There are so many good films like right now. We're trying to go through what we're actually going to watch.
They are left and right. And hopefully you and I will be getting back to the Mary Pickford soon and to do our reviews there. And I just read in yesterday's paper, I believe it was, that the cinema theaters in New York are getting ready to reopen again at 25%. So hopefully that will be coming here to the desert also.
And speaking of the Mary Pickford, at the end of March, the Trini Lopez documentary will be out with a gala opening at the drive-in at the Mary Pickford. So that's going to be really great. So we'll keep you updated as the weeks go along here.
Yes,
well, moving back to Palm Springs,
yes,
it was a busy week. New restaurants opening and a new chef in town, which is not to be missed because we had the experience of being invited as press to go to the Ace Hotel to be introduced to new chef Isaac Ramirez and his amazing cuisine. Now, he hails from Ace, New Orleans. So he brings with him some of his favorite flavors, which are smoky Southern fare, sort of mixed with Italian, like really tasty, tasty, tasty. And it was a lovely evening poolside at Kings Highway, which is the name of the restaurant. And everything is, of course, outdoors, but they have extended it so you have plenty of space, tables for 2, tables for 4. And it was such a beautiful, well-orchestrated evening, put on by Joe Enos Productions, Publications, our PR friend here in town and around Coachella Valley. But live music by a duet of a violinist and a guitar player, which was just so great, so soothing, so elegant. And dishes started arriving. We tried several starters, several main courses. I gave some details on our PSPOV Instagram site, but amazing fish, cannellini beans, smoky flavors, bucatini with a thick pesto, shrimp, a starter of maitake mushroom. Who serves that? It was big clumps of delicious mushroom in a kind of a hearty, sort of creamy, cold, it was a cold sort of dish.
That sounds,
oh my gosh. The hummus. The hummus was spring pea hummus with black garlic. And
wow.
Again, like a spice to it that was just asking for more.
And Claudia?
Topped off by delicious desserts by the Kings Highway pastry chef. And I cannot wait to go back. So everyone here must go try breakfast, lunch, or dinner poolside at the Ace at Kings Highway.
I am excited to hear about your interview that you did with Nancy Worthington and her museum. Why don't you give us a little bit of an intro? What we're going to be looking at?
Have actually Nancy Worthington is a really amazing, I call her almost fantastical interactive sculptor. And she works with found objects, things, and there's a lot of social consciousness, political kind of commentary going on, but overall comedic. And what was fun was, you'll see in the video that her museum, she built a museum on property next to her house.
and where's it located? Where's it located?
Desert Park Acres, North Palm Springs, yeah. And the well-known gay comedian Shann Carr is with us, right? She's hysterical. And she's here to be she's never been in the museum. She hasn't really seen a lot of Nancy's work. So it's kind of her experience as we step inside. I was outside, she was inside. So she could get her reaction to all these toys and all of Nancy's work. So it was a lot of fun. So we're going to take you through that, and then we'll come back for a minute to tell you how you can make an appointment, because you can make an appointment to see Nancy and see her museum and see her work. So let's take a look right now.
Let's take a look.
Well, when was the last time you met an artist that built their own museum next to their home? Well, if you don't know Nancy Worthington, you're going to meet her now. And Nancy is a truly fantastical, interactive sculptor. And we're going to have a lot of fun going into her museum on property filled with all kinds of moving objects and things you can sit in. Her sculpture is the most unique I think I have ever seen. And we have done an episode on her. It was about maybe last year on Palm Springs Point of View, where I'm sitting and playing and Nancy's talking all about her pieces, lots of social commentary and lots of fun.
This museum that I built is dedicated to my partner of 44 years, Judith Fine. Because of Judith, I was able to build this art museum. And this is a tribute to Judith, this particular sculpture called Hey Jude, which I called her many, many times. And we can go into the museum and see some of my completed works. And also I have a wall of tribute to Judith in the museum. Now, because I'm very excited about my museum, I wanted to invite my dear friend Shann Carr, who is a comedian, very, very well-known down here in the Palm Springs area. She's amazing, and I want to see her reactions to my work because it is social commentary, but most of the work does have comic overtones. And I'm very, very interested to see Shann's reaction. So here we go.
Thank you so much, Nancy, for having me inside. Oh my gosh. There is so much. Actually, you and I have spoken about how close we've been with our fathers, and
Right, yes.
you were going to tell me that one of your biggest pieces, one of your most heartfelt pieces about your dad. Will you tell me a little bit about which one is it?
This is a piece about my dad. It's called Carry On, Where I Left Off. And he was studying to be an artist and had to quit to raise a family. He had to get a job in business. But he wanted me to continue the artist in the family. And he coached me, and he was my mentor. And this particular piece, Carry On Where I Left Off, it's very simplistic. It has the vertical, it has the horizontal, and then it has the diagonal. Very simple lines. And it's very, very special to me. And that's why this piece is right in the front of the museum.
What's so fabulous about Nancy's work is a lot of it is interactive. I haven't seen any of this, but I'm coming up on this one just to see what happens. Oh my gosh. I love it.
This particular piece is very exciting to me because a number of my artworks are about religion and the role of organized religion in our society. This particular piece is called See No Evil.
And patented wall-hugging technology to effortlessly clean floors, carpets, and even go smart to reading.
I showed this piece in Los Angeles, and there was a lot of controversy about the piece, but I find it to be, I add the comic overtones to make it more palatable, although some people were still a little freaked out about it.
Well, you have, disembodied body parts, so it's creepy and hot and interesting and funny all at the same time. I can't deny the eyeballs and ears and teeth are a little bit, they're intimidating, but the more you look, the more depth there is, the more story there is. So I know people are a little intimidated by art, and I love that yours was started in church, right? I think I started writing dirty jokes in church. There's nothing like a church giggle, right? So see, art is born by God, even if you don't believe in him. Oh my gosh, there's another room. Here we go. Oh, Nancy, you're so talented. Okay, it's like wonderful and disturbing. I don't know what kind of dead robot is in there under the glass, but hospital property, oh my. And this one, we got a little police, a little comment on all of that. And Judith again, a whole wall of Judith.
Yes, a whole wall.
Wow, in loving memory of Judith Fine. Art and love and really heartbreak, right? I mean, that is where beauty comes from, is interpreting your heart. So tell me a little bit about this police piece.
Okay, this particular sculpture is called the Police State Part 1, or You Have the Right to Remain Silent. And I did this, I started it in the 80s and finished it in the 90s. Took me a long time to do the entire piece. There's a tape recording. If you hold this, I'll turn the tape on.
What a great sneak preview of Nancy Worthington's home side-saddled museum. It's beautiful. We didn't want to show you everything. This is just a little bit of it. So please find Nancy Worthington and check out her amazing art, social commentary, and politics, and emotion, and found art, and what a great combination. Thank you so much.
Claudia, that is some amazing art that she has put together. I think it's pretty safe to say that there are only original pieces here, and I love that when I go to
Oh,
when I go to a
exactly.
museum.
I know. And the first episode we did on Nancy several years ago, I was sitting in some of these pieces with the police and the gun, you know, and all of this. So that's a whole thing to experience when you're on site. And had you ever seen Shann perform, like stand up?
Oh yes.
Oh
yes.
yeah, she is the best. She is so funny, and now she's really back here for good because she was traveling a lot
Right.
and working on cruise ships. So it's great to have her back.
Yes, most
And
definitely.
if any of the viewers, if you want to see and experience Nancy's work at her museum, at her on property, all you need to do is send an email with your phone number, and then she will review and talk to you about, you know, because not everybody's going to be able to do this right now. It's a brand new museum, but she will definitely correspond with you and talk about what you want to do, and you know, try to get you in to see it. Also, it's planned for press events, for press showings, for other events. There's a big amount of property on site, so it's conducive to both in the museum and indoor and outdoor, because it goes back onto her property and the pool. It's really a nice environment, and it's mind-boggling though, because the work extends outside and even into her home. So, whoa.
I love a good unique museum.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's fun, and it's really fun, and you'll look at all these things she's put together, and as you saw in the video, the ears, the eyeball, all these things. And these are all things she's collected, and she just has this mind that's kind of really whacked out, but very thoughtful.
Remember, you saw it here first on Palm Springs Point of View.
Okay,
All right, Claudia.
so we're signing off. That was a mouthful of a week, right? That was a big week.
We were busy. All right, we'll talk to you soon.